Hey, so I don't typically quote the Kardashians, but I would say if there are any of the Kardashians that I ever felt like I liked, it would be Khloe. Despite the, stuff with Jordan, because I'm Team Jordan. But I always felt like Khloe at least seemed to be the most real. And recently, she talked about having some guilt with going through the surrogacy process, and then when the baby, her son, was born, taking that baby from the only mother that it's known. And yes, we all understand the science of it, the science of it being your DNA and all that, but that baby only knew her heartbeat. That baby only knew the surrogate. And for the baby to have been born and immediately the baby is given to Khloe and she puts the baby on her chest, that baby didn't know her. And Khloe explaining that she had some difficulties with bonding with that child is some real ish. It just is. Like, people are giving her flack. She didn't say she regretted surrogacy. What she said was it was difficult bonding with that child because she didn't know that child and that child didn't know her. And we know in psychology that kids form attachments to whoever provides them with their needs. So, obviously the child is fine in these situations, but I think it's some real ish to be like, especially given that Khloe had gone through being pregnant, bonding with a child for 9 months, then giving birth to that child and having a bond that nobody can duplicate. In that when you grow life inside of you, I imagine, and give birth to that child, that's a bond that there's nothing that can duplicate that. And then trying to forge the same or similar type bond with a child that you did not give birth to, that you did not grow inside of you. And I don't want to liken this to adoption and all that. Adoption is great. I'm talking about having biological children in this way. And so, back when all my stuff very publicly happened without my permission, and my husband and I did the People magazine interview, and we said that we were going to try surrogacy, and we did. Ultimately, it didn't work out. One of the reasons is because I wanted to experience motherhood wholly, fully. I desperately wanted to grow life inside of me to term and give birth to our child. And I remember when all that stuff was happening, I received evil DMs and evil comments of people saying, oh, she just wants to be pregnant and be loved on and be put on a pedestal. And I was like, I'm already put on a pedestal in my life. You don't understand. My husband, I already lived that life. That's not what it's about. But ultimately making the decision that if we couldn't have a biological child in the way in which we wanted to, that then it just wasn't going to be for us. And it's a personal decision. And unless you're in that position, you really shouldn't say anything about it. But I just appreciated her vulnerability and honesty in saying that it's not the same. And she didn't say she regretted it. She loves her child, I'm sure. For us, it wasn't for us. And, we've been blessed in that, I've had 4 nephews and a cousin and to live with us when they attended college. And we've been blessed in that my sister allowed for us to have a very strong role in the rearing of her kids. David and I have been together over 20 years. My oldest nephew is just now over 22. And so we are thankful for the parenting that we were permitted to do and feel that that's what we were supposed to do.